Dr. Kiltz, we're live. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. How's it going? It is 3 a.m. in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm here for my annual. I got to do my jet training every year, although I'm at SINCOM and not flight safety, and I have to go get training every year in everything I do in medicine and in flying, and I've got to get daily training in the carnivore lifestyle. That's what we're here to do, right?
That's what we're here to do. Yes.
Awesome.
Lexi.
Lexi, how you doing?
Hi.
I'm great. How are y'all?
Fantastic.
Good. Oh, are you a Texan? Are you a Texan?
I'm from Alabama.
Oh, okay, close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paraguay is in. Let's see, Butter Bee Beef Babe, nice. Belnaquata, Netaboo. We're on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I don't know what else. I'm on Kilt's Mighty Tribe. Christine, David, Matthew, KMT, hashtag KMT. What's our giveaway today?
We're gonna do a Kilt's Mighty Tribe baseball cap.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I've got like I'm always got my. Let's see. I've got the Christ-based teachings by my side. I've got Salisbury's book, The Relationship of Alimentation and Disease. I've got Meat 3 Times a Day by Schlenk, and I've got Kiltz's Keto as Carnivore. So this, like, I travel with these books, so I always have something interesting to reread and inspire my day. So you got to have stuff to inspire your day every day, along with my jet training stuff. So, Lexi, how are you doing today?
I'm wonderful. How are y'all?
Awesome, spectacular. Another beautiful day in the morning.
Yeah.
3 a.m. as I said, but up early every day. I might take a nap or two today, but I've got to be ready for my simulator training. They're gonna try to kill me, but thankfully it's a simulator. It's good to take risk in life, isn't it, Lexi?
It is. Yep.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. And oh, by the way, hashtag KMT for a Kilt's cap. And it's Amy Perrin Brisket Boomer's birthday today. She's 29, like all of us. Although I think Amy's in her 70s, and I'm soon in my 70s. We feel younger and younger and younger. How young are you, Lexi?
I'm 19.
How long you been carnivore?
So I'm currently not carnivore. I've done carnivore in the past just for certain healing.
Okay.
I've been doing my research on health for the past 5 years. I'd say it's been a long journey of just self-experimenting, but I love.
Tell us about your health journey and what got you in the health and wellness space, nutrition, and even to look at carnivore.
All right, so it's a long story, but I'll try to make it.
We're here for the story. We love stories. Go ahead.
I'll summarize. So when I was 13, I wanted to, eat healthy. So I kind of fell down the rabbit hole of not doing what was right for my health. I went down the path of trying to eat the lowest amount of calorie. I thought that was healthy. And eventually I was diagnosed with anorexia. And that was a long journey. And then I went to see a registered dietitian, and she was like, well, basically you have to eat ultra processed junk food to heal your body. And like, even with how little your brain is functioning with that low amount of food, I knew that just wasn't right, and that wasn't going to heal my body. So I was like, well, I'm not going to do that. So I started doing my own research, and I found out like 70% of serotonin, your feel good hormone, is made in your gut. So if you eat bad food, junk food, and fill your body with all of that, you are going to feel bad mentally and physically. And eating disorders, they're mental disorders. So you will, and I truly believe that's a huge reason why people who go into eating disorder like treatment, they don't heal their body or their minds, because they're force fed this ultra processed junk food, and then they gain the weight, and then they're sent out and they relapse because they never truly heal their mindset because they're fueling their body with junk food. So I did my research, and I started to eat the whole, real, single ingredient, unprocessed foods that God created and He designed us to eat, and I healed my body that way. And then
Cool.
like what led me to carnivore was I became this was like a couple years later. So I was a distance runner, and I had cut out red meat. I was eating like chicken and fish and stuff like that. But I cut out red meat, and I was diagnosed with severe anemia. I was I went from running like 7 miles at a 7 minute pace, and then one morning I woke up and I couldn't run 2 miles at a 10 minute pace, and it was like the most bizarre feeling. My legs felt like bricks. Um, and so I would see another doctor, and then they gave me these like iron pills with red 40 in them, and I was like, that also destroy your gut. So I did my own research. Then I fell down the rabbit hole of like Weston A. Price, and I loved like everything he was talking about, the raw milk, the beef liver, and then I started eating like a fillet of beef liver for every single day, just because like it tasted so good at the time, because my body was just craving it, and it needed all the iron. So now I don't eat like that much of a beef liver, and it doesn't taste as good to me because my body is actually has enough iron. But yeah, and then I did carnivore for a while, and I felt great, and then just slowly started increasing foods.
So is meat a part of your diet today? And if so, which meats do you eat?
Yes, I eat any type of meat. I have red meat almost every single day, and I love fish. I love chicken. I really like any type. My family is a huge meat eater, so like meat eaters. So when I cut out red meat, they would kind of look at me as like I was crazy, because they would have steak like every week, but I just cut it out.
Do you think do you think that in some way we're all in an environment of brainwashing, which turns out to be the damaging diet because it's full of processed plants, but even raw plants may be harmful for us?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a lot of misinformation in the world, and then I fell for it.
And do you know anyone else in your community that's doing what you're doing and focusing more on meat? And interesting enough, that's where the meat 3 times a day comes in, because Schlenk even said just eating more meat, fatty, rare to raw, including organ meats, makes you healthier. So is it this? I mean, every fast food joint in the world is throwing food at us that ultimately isn't food at all.
No, not at all.
And what are your dreams in life to sort of keep healing yourself and maybe helping heal others?
Well, I just hope to continue sharing on my social media. And, I have people reach out who have had, similar stories going through eating disorders. And I try my best to help people, and then just help others fuel their body with real food that God created.
And where are you on exercise? What's your daily routine, weekly routine?
So I don't distance run anymore, but I do lift weights 5 times a week, and I go on walks with a weight vest every day.
So I used to run 5 to 10 miles 3 times a week, bike 100 miles once a week, and that was my craziness before I went carnivore. Now as a carnivore, it's typically bacon, eggs, butter, beef, salt, one meal a day. I throw in 2 to 3 days of fasting every month. Recently completed 15 days of no food, never felt better. I did a little bit of electrolyte mix. I've been off coffee for 2.5 years, but I went a little coffee during that 2 week stint, and never felt better. I do walking and weights now. I throw on a backpack. If it's just got my books in it, that's okay. It's got some weights in it. I think that's really, really good for all of us moving, because historically you went hunting and gathering and building and collecting and all those things, which we kind of don't do anymore. We sit and watch and entertain.
Yeah.
What's your
Right.
what's your sort of dream life? And you said you're 19. Are you going to school? What are your daily habits, and what's your sort of dream of being involved in something creative in life?
Oh gosh. So I graduated high school last year, and then I did Mark Sisson's Primal Health Coaching Institute. So I have my health coaching certification, and then I got my personal training certification. I don't necessarily coach one on one. I just kind of have it as background. Um, but uh, my future, I don't know. I've
Don't know
always
yet.
wanted.
That's okay. What were you say? Oh, you were about to say something. I've always wanted.
Well, I've always wanted to like open a bakery growing up, and so and for my small town, I've opened a little like small business. I sell like paleo, keto, real food desserts that I sell to like a coffee shop. So maybe one day open a storefront.
Like, cool, 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 cool. Are organic eggs and dairy okay? What are your thoughts on dairy in your health and wellness journey? And now that you're a health coach, which I think for yourself and for all of us at the same time, where do eggs and dairy fall into your dietary habits?
I eat eggs every day. I eat probably like at least 6 eggs every day. I think like eggs and dairy, I feel like they're real food. I think that they're single ingredient foods, and I think they get an A-OK.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So hold on a second. Questions are great, by the way.
Yeah,
Both
we've got a
Instagram,
couple.
yeah, both Instagram, Kilt's Mighty Tribe, and any place you're here. Throw out the questions for Lexi, for any of us. I think Dr. Nelson's on the road today.
I think he must have
So,
got home really late last night. He was, yeah, I
oh
think he
yeah,
was
yeah,
flying
yeah,
late.
yeah, yeah.
So, but I have a
Well,
question for Lexi. So, when you had
yeah.
anorexia, were you put in a hospital and that's how you know about the food that they're given, or how did you stop that? How did you fix that?
No, I was never hospitalized. The thing is, my parents, I wouldn't be healed without my parents. They really, they gave me the option. They were like, okay, if you don't start eating, we're going to put you in a hospital. So, but yeah, I mean, like the feeding tubes, they had like pure high fructose corn syrup, and
Yeah.
I was fully researching, like when I was going through it, I would like watch videos of people who had anorexia, and I was like, well, this isn't me. Like I never, even for like few years, I never like considered myself actually to be diagnosed with it. It's just something like I
Okay.
distanced myself from.
Yeah.
um but I mean, you see what they eat, you see what their foods are. They're not given real food.
Right.
It's so much fake food out there, and that's our biggest problem. And I think that we in medicine and science and nutrition, because most nutrition is eat your fruits and vegetables, lean meat, no red meat, and now they're pushing a bunch of protein drinks, which I think are all fake food. It's not real food, is it?
No.
And a question on carnivore and diarrhea. Have you had any problems with diarrhea on carnivore, or in your transition when you were going from anorexia to changing your diet?
Maybe a little bit. Like for probably for like a week, but then it was over. So I think your body just takes time to adjust.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of damage to the glycocalyx, the microbiome, the whole gut lining is damaged, and it takes time to heal. That's where I think fasting comes in a little bit. But more fatty meat, rare to raw, is the healthiest thing you could eat, and the diarrhea will subside. And if it doesn't, get it checked, because sometimes many people have this SIBO, Small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, very, very common. And I think a lot of it is all secondary to plant protein, low animal fat diet. I think the raw fat, raw butter, raw fat is really critical to eat. Let's see. Naomi Christianis. It's him in my first trimester of pregnancy and struggled to wait until the evening with the one man. Don't worry about that. You're okay to have morning and night. You could eat a little bit more when you're pregnant, but more fat is where it's at. And think about breast milk; it's full of fat. It's not, and it's like first 3.5 million years, and no other animal is looking for their formula, right? Isn't it sort of like we have no other animal has a nutritionist, right? They're like, who's the nutritionist in the herd, right? It's like, well, we eat grass, or we eat cows, or we eat sheep, or we eat seeds and nuts, right?
Right.
What's the best way to detox with using binders in the process? Look like detox is fasting to me. Fatty meat, bone broth, fasting. That's the best detox. What are your thoughts on detox, Lexi?
Detoxing, I mean, I don't think like they say, like your body can detox. It's like eat the real food, and I feel like that's detoxing enough for you. Or fast.
Is meat poisonous for humans?
Nah.
No, not one bit. Plants are. Mark McKinley, Bighorn Mountain Farms. Let's see, Delgast, and we'll get to that one. Hold one second, Aliyah. Low kidney function. Low kidney function is secondary to plant protein, low animal fat diet. Eating 3 to 6 meals a day, which are not good for us. 1 to 2. I like to keep my meal in one time, but if you need to eat more fat. And look at Schlank's book. And don't forget, you get this on Amazon. Kiltz's Keto Carnivore. And also Schlank's book is really good on Amazon too. And don't forget, what's the new movie out? Animal on Amazon, on Apple. Just go to Animal with Kiltz and Baker and Berry and Cywis and Wiedemann and Cho and all sorts of really great people on there. What's the next question, Aliyah?
Well, this is just a comment question, and it says, Terry, I've had disordered bulimia, eating bulimia for 40 plus years. For the reason you mentioned, Lexi, I'm 60. Grateful you find out healing carnivore before myself. There you go. Sorry to hear that, Terry.
Think about human disorders. Remember, everything happens for a reason, doesn't it, Aliyah?
It totally does.
The good Lord 100%. Creates everything for us. I always say, never be sorry about anything. Be grateful for everything, because it strengthens us. It's all the gift of the Lord's, the gods, the creators within all of us. But ultimately, we're poisoned by a plant protein low fat diet. We're poisoned. There's nothing physically wrong with us, but we're poisoned by plants and protein low fat, which damages the brain, the liver, the kidneys, the reproductive organs, the skin, the joints, the muscles, everything, which causes all of our diseases, and causes many of us to get diseases that shorten our lifespan. So this is basically what is truly nature's chicken, fish, turkey, lamb, goat, cow, naturally poisonous. They're not. But the way they're processed, they take away the fat, they take away the skin, they take away the organs. It's this clean, sterile piece of food, which isn't normal and natural. No animal eats just the lean meat. You got to eat the fat. That's one of the most critical things.
That's right. We have some more questions. This one is where we can find, Cheryl says, where can we find Lexi on social media? And I just wanted to show a video from her Instagram real quick.
Yeah,
Let's
cool.
see. Let's see. I hope I'm going to make sure we can hear it. Let's see. Nope.
and hepatitis. Bud Light, goodbye. Alcohol is linked to depression, anxiety, and poor sleep quality. It rewires your brain's reward system, and it's addictive. Coors Light, goodbye. Alcohol raises estrogen, lowers testosterone, and spikes your cortisol. Budweiser, goodbye. Alcohol spikes your insulin and can lead to insulin resistance, prediabetes, and weight gain. Miller Lite, goodbye. Alcohol is a type 1 carcinogen. There is no safe dose. It is linked to colon, breast, and liver cancer. Corona, goodbye.
Oh, that's the beginning,
Alcohol
right?
disrupts your gut microbiome.
There you go.
Well,
I love your content. It's so
think
cute.
about
It's cute, but it's informative.
Yeah.
Think about it. Remember, what ferments? Plants and protein ferment. A low-fat diet. Remember, protein poisoning is real. When you eat plants, protein, low-fat, the microbes in your gut make alcohol. This is a little trick of life. That's why you want to eat the fat, suppress the microbes in order to minimize the fermentation in your gut. Fat is not fermentable. That's why paleo, keto, and carnivore are high fat diets. They're not low carb diets. And the real critical part, and that's real important, Lexi, what you're saying, because isn't it just they're recommending a party life for all of us and drinking every day? The American College of OBGYN recommends red wine, a glass a day for pregnant lactating women. And so is it any wonder our government, our healthcare system, our doctors are like, they're all duped to just kind of belong to the party. And which is true, because wherever you go, there's a beer cave, right?
Yes, everywhere.
Andrew route setting. Hey, what's your thoughts on OMAD? First, drinking a fresh pressed juice, carrots, parsnip, celery, eating a steak, and 8 to 10 kefir cheese, blueberries. Well, let's see. Carrots, parsnip, celery are all deadly plants, essentially, and you're basically fermenting. You're adding a fermentation soup to your gut, which is not good. And so, can you eat some blueberries sometimes? Sure, but never. Fake food has been normalized. It's maddening to walk around grocery stores. I don't go to one.
Mm-hmm.
No need. Don't. Next question.
Next question is, let's see. Out of curiosity, if you know, Dr. Kills, do you have any recommendations for a midwife in South Coast or Plymouth, Massachusetts?
I don't, but just start putting it out there online. Lots of people using them. This is the social media is the game changer of life. We're here to share and help give advice for people. And I'm a health coach. I'm a doc, specialize in human health, but the mind first, meditation, prayer, visualization, and I'm healthy and well, and lots of midwives out there helping women deliver beautiful, amazing, healthy babies. And a plant protein, low-fat diet is deadly for humans. Sorry.
There you go.
Like, subscribe. Thanks, gratitude to everyone here, by the way.
And
Will
follow
organic
Lexi on
Greek yogurt
Instagram.
and fruits ferment in my gut? You better believe it, Will. Not good for us. Go ahead. Next question.
CB says, North, Central, or South Alabama? I'm Northwest Alabama myself, born and raised Alabama hillbilly.
Nice.
I'm in the South, like as far south as you can get, down in like Mobile.
Nice.
Hashtag KMT, by the way, for a Kilts Health or Kilts Mighty Tribe hat.
There you go. Cheryl says, Lexi, congratulations. Oh, there's a couple Lexis. There's another Lexi in the chat. Okay.
Just read it.
It says, congratulations on your health journey.
Read it. Awesome.
Lexi Jones.
Awesome.
Yeah, congratulations on your health journey. Congrats. Okay. Terry says, Thoughts on healing the gut with carnivore if you have used antibiotics in your life? What about yogurt with L-reiteri? Do you recommend it? It has prebiotic added. Met you at Meatstock, Terry Smith.
I'm not a fan of prebiotics, probiotics. I think they're deadly for us. I think fatty meat, salt water, you're fine. Fasting is great. And all this stuff on the microbiome is a little bit of pseudoscience. Microbes are everywhere, everywhere. Now we've created a story of the communities of microbes in our gut. Well, again, they're everywhere. So never folic acid, methylfolate, or folinic acid. Helen, thank you. Eat fatty meat, salt water. You don't need any of that stuff. Next question or comment.
I mean, Lexis Jones. Lexi is your full name, Alexis.
It's Alexandria.
There you go. All right,
Beautiful.
here's another question. Jana, how do you fix low T3? Where to get good tallow or ghee? How to fix low T3, Dr. Kiltz?
You're fine. Stop measuring it. Stop measuring it. You're trying to fix a number when you just have to know that you're already fixed, healthy, and well. Eat fatty meats, salt water, 1 meal a day. You want to throw in a 2, fine. But most animals, well, lions are not grazers. We're lions. And remember,
then,
the goitrogens, the plants are the killers of the thyroid gland, and they're probably the killers of every other organ system of your body. And so I think our best healing is, you can try some glandulars also. You can get thyroid glandulars out there. But I would say the most important thing is like they keep measuring and trying to put you in a number. Don't need it.
Exactly. And where to get good ghee or tallow? I would go to your butcher and get tallow.
You can make it yourself.
Get
again,
the suet.
Just eat the fatty meat. Rare, raw, the best.
Libya wants you to know, Dr. Kiltz, that her daughter is a pilot for a commercial airline in the U.S.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm training with Eric today. He's a Alaska Airlines pilot, and he also flies a Citation Mustang like I do.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that's what it was called.
Best fermentation, best time frame with raw meat expiration. I mean, I dry age it for a week, 2 or 3, and still eat it. Beauty is fat doesn't seem to ferment and degrade very fast. Slow. Love our commercial pilots. Thank you to them. Carnivore is great for Barrett's esophagitis. Remember, all these itises and osis. It's a plant protein, low fat diet and 3 to 6 meals a day. Your body we're not grazing animals. Next comment.
Next is, let me see here. For Lexi, are you still taking classes in school? You mentioned fall semester.
I'm not. Nope.
Okay.
No.
And then what's your Instagram? I put the link in, but do you want to say what your Instagram is?
Are you going to be doing coaching, Alexis? Lexi?
I don't plan on it. I mean, who knows what the future has, but as of now, I don't plan on coaching, just kind of through my social media. And it's all at Lexi No LV.
You're
Lexi
thriving. You're thriving. Thriving. I always like to use the words like thriving and because we're not survivors, we're thrivers. And that's what you've been doing. Because getting out there and doing your social media is strengthening. You're helping so many people because there's so many young women like yourself that are suffering, and your story is strengthening.
I hope so.
Well, I know so because people are watching it, right? And
Yes.
and you're speaking out for something that we need to be speaking out for. So, there's nothing we're supposed to do in life. There's no supposed to do anything. Just be. Being is all we need to do in life. And that's what it sounds like. You're out there. You're throwing it out there, right?
Right.
Michael Smith asked why my glucose would rise in the morning after taking my 2 heart pills during fasting.
I don't know what your heart pills are. What's in them? And what do you mean by rising? I mean, glucose levels go up and down. They're not perfectly straight line. Nothing is. So your body releases glucose from its fat cells all the time, and the liver. And so glucose is a glycosylating agent. It post-translationally modifies a protein. And so glucose levels aren't flatlined anyway. Why do we measure them all the time? You don't need to, I guess.
That's a very good point. Okay, Gian. Hi, doctor. Smiley face. I have frequent diarrhea so far. I am eating fatty meat. After I cook fatty meat, I pour the rendered fat back into my meat. Is that triggering diarrhea?
Yes, it is triggering diarrhea for sure. The rendered meat the rendered fat is really not what you want. The rendered fat, you want the raw fat truly to be the healthiest. The rendered is damaging the fat, the molecules, and it tends to create more diarrhea, by the way. So.
There you go. Okay. Let's see. That was the last question so far. I've tried a couple times. It doesn't seem it's letting me put the link into the chat. So it's Lexi Noel V, your Instagram.
Yes.
Okay, let me do, maybe if I don't do the link, Lexi.
The Bible
Noel
mentions,
V.
what's this one?
Okay,
The Bible mentions
The
food like
mindful-
honey, figs, olives, pomegranates, and many other foods in the Bible. Well, none of these are bad. I mean, if you eat some figs and olives and pomegranates from time to time, but did you really bring home a bag or a bushel of pomegranates every day, which is kind of what everyone eats today? They're eating tons of fruits. They're squeezing, they're juicing. It's not natural. Remember, the plants really don't want to be eaten like an animal. So, and remember, the Bible's our social, cultural, historical story. We ate lots of things for the first 3.5 million years.
Exactly.
But you can have some sometimes. The problem is everyone's trying to have them all the time.
And I'm curious about these foods having not being the same as they were 2,000 years ago. Also,
I have no idea what they were like
changed up
2,000 years ago compared to today. I mean, we drive cars, we fly planes, nothing's like it was 2,000 years ago. So I don't know that is really our, the fruits in general have been masterfully manipulated to be sweeter, bigger, they last longer, all those things. So you're right. That's not normal, but some fruits sometimes. But when was the last time you heard of someone have an anaphylactic reaction to a ribeye steak? Never.
Let's see about this one. Maybe Lexi has an idea. Renee Onorato. Been doing carnivore for 4 months, feeling great, but started getting hives the last few weeks, especially in my scalp. Backing off of chopped meat for now and dry brining my steak. Not sure why all of a sudden. Lexi, do you have any idea of hives? Why that could be?
My thought immediately went to egg whites, but I don't know if he's eating eggs because that might, or dairy maybe. But that's all I've got.
Well, again, dry brining your steak. And again, look at Ponger's cats. But remember, you live in an environment where there's lots of things you breathe, drink, and eat and get through your skin in lots of ways. Your clothing, your laundry detergents, all the things that we put on our body have effects on our body. But also the animals eat plants and foods that ultimately may have some antigenicity, meaning they cause inflammation in our bodies. So that could be part of it, whatever you're eating, where your meat's coming from. As Lexi says, the eggs, another big one. What is that chicken eating that could affect the egg components and the antigens there? If rendered fat is bad, what is your recommendation for fat? Well, again, raw butter, raw fat, raw meat, fatty meat is what you want to eat. And I'm always going for beef because it has the most fat on it of everything we really eat. Lamb, chicken, fish, turkey don't have fat. So, this is a lot of confusion. Is fat on your body and obesity on your body the cause of disease? Not one bit. Not one bit. The cause of disease is a plant protein, low fat diet and 3 to 6 meals a day and thinking something's wrong with you. When you were anorexic and going through that experience, what was your moods like? What was your sort of psyche like at that time, Lexi?
So very self-isolating. All you want to do is kind of sit in a room. Me and my mom's relationship was the worst it's ever been. And kind of going back, all we did was fight. When you're going through something like that, it feels like everyone is against you when all my parents were doing was trying to save my life. But yeah, there's a lot of fights and and another reason I get comments every single day is saying that I've just switched one eating disorder for another. But what if you have had an eating disorder, they're mental disorders, so that exactly how self-isolating they feel and how you don't want to do anything. And now my mental health has never been better. I don't let food control me. I eat the real food and I move on. I don't obsess over it. It's really just, it's simple. And I travel. I don't let food control my mind or anything. So that's how it's not just switching one eating disorder for another. And I don't really know how people over the internet can self-diagnose you, and it's mental.
You can't.
Well, isn't it likely your brain is damaged from a plant protein low fat diet? And so all the diseases, including anorexia, are simply you're poisoned by plants, which causes our inability to think properly as a normal human being. We've been masterfully manipulated by the plants, and we blame some psychological, psychiatric illness, which is it's simply you've been poisoned by plants like poison ivy. And that's all it is. And so just like if you're drunk, can you rationally think straight or live straight? And ultimately many people are become very ill over things like alcohol, right? So can anorexia simply be poisoning by plants?
Possibly.
Because I look at the brain's function like the heart, the liver, the kidney. You wouldn't say your kidney has a psychological problem, would you?
No.
Your liver, let's send your liver to the psychiatrist, because ultimately the brain is just another organ system trying to do what it's normally supposed to do, but it's been poisoned by plants. And fermentation of the microbes. Remember, that's why probiotics, I think, are not good for us. You add a probiotic, you add more microbes to the fermentation bucket. Fermentation makes alcohol, aldehydes, heat, gas, and methane. Duh. So really there's something wrong with you that you don't need a psychiatrist, because psychiatrists throw drugs at you when in truth, and when you're in a psychiatric unit, hospital of any type, what do they feed you?
Garbage.
Crap. Right, Lexi? What's your exercise routine, and do you do pull-ups? Son wants to know.
I have a pull-up bar hanging out my closet door, so I do a few every time I walk by it.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, I have a pull-up bar also, by the way, and that's what I do. Just do it. 1 or 2. I can do 5 easy, 10's hard, but I like hard, so I keep on pushing to get more. But by just getting up and moving and doing work every day, because if you laid in the cave all day and like watch the cave paintings, you'd be dead. So our lives of just being indoor and watching something on a screen, it's temporary entertainment, but we got to get out and go to work.
That's right.
Learn to fly an airplane, to pilot a boat, drive a car, right? Go for a walk. Every day I try to get an hour walk in, and I do at least half an hour, but I throw in an hour every day. And I make sure I get up early and go to work every day. Every day. Any tips on fasting? I eat the last meal at 6 p.m. the night before and feel sick by 10 a.m. the next day. Well, if you're a carnivore, it gets easier. When you're a plant eater, it's harder for sure, because remember, there's we're addicted to the plant substances. Where heroin, cocaine, marijuana, nicotine, caffeine, alcohol come from? Plants. But I put my mind to it first. I'm doing a 2-day fast. I eat my 1 meal a day, and I keep only steak. I don't keep anything else. And that's the best thing. But I think fasting is one of the most magical things you could do. It's food freedom. Lions typically probably don't eat every single day. Lounge around, opportunistic, go for a hunt. Maddening to walk around grocery stores. Anita Williams, fake food has been normalized. It's maddening to walk around a grocery store. Like I do bacon, eggs, butter, beef, and salt. Like I don't need much. Don't need
not
much
a lot
at
of
a
walking.
grocery store. Oh, it's a heroin den essentially. What's your grocery list, Lexi?
Mine, lots of eggs. Eggs are my favorite food in the world.
Got it.
Ribeye. I like ribeye. I get the Applegate turkey meat. I like that. I like Greek yogurt and cottage cheese. I do a lot of. And then I'll do some avocado and some fruits. And yeah, that's pretty much. My grocery list is super simple.
That's really simplicity. Most animals pretty much eat the same thing every day, or that's their meal whenever they eat it, right? And there's none of this like variety. Like, an alligator will take a wildebeest all day long and is happy with that, right?
Yeah.
Papa Carnivore nodded my head in disgust and threw the script away, prescription for statin in the trash can on my way out of the doctor's office. My friend called me yesterday. His son's got type 2 diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, high triglycerides, and they throw statin at him, metformin at him, and at least he knows to do carnivore diet. I told him he'd probably throw those other things away and carnivore, right?
Yes.
I have friends who I used to work with that just watch TV all day, and you can notice their decline. Yeah, you got to get out. And if you want to watch it, make it. Go out there and make things.
Yes.
Go out and make things.
That's right.
Carnivore at 60. I, like most people, I suppose, used to think raw meat was gross. Once I tried it, I could not believe how delicious it was. Salt, beginning to convince me to eat raw meat all the time. I'm telling you, it is the master meat. When you cook it, it's like cooking the wood before you build your house, right? Burning it up. Let's char the wood and then let's build the house. What does that do to its structural integrity? Not good. This is the craziness, right?
That's right. Steve Stone says he's planning on buying a freeze dryer to make carnivore meals for a long distance, multiple week backpack wilderness trip. Any thoughts on how the freeze dryer will affect the meat? Need lots of energy.
I mean, I don't know that answer truly, but I have a feeling that the pemmican you know,
The
is
carnivore bar.
essentially yeah, carnivore bar, certainly. And you know, the dry aging of meat is really good. It stays for a while. I mean, historically, for thousands, if not maybe millions of years, I don't know how long humans have at least prepared their food by drying it, air drying it, sun drying it, preparing it for longer times of use. I don't know that it's probably not a complicated thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Hulk 24 says his sister is currently fighting an eating disorder. She's really moody, but I would try to understand the mental diseases she has right now. The girls at her school always talk about weight. I'm curious, Lexi, do you have any advice for Hulk 24?
Yeah, honestly, it's so hard because anytime like my parents they would bring me food, it's just like you feel like they're your biggest enemy because you don't think you need it. So it's really hard to give advice. I feel like my mom would be better at answering this, but I would just say maybe just talk to it. Don't I wouldn't necessarily talk about food, and don't try to make that the topic of the conversations. Just I don't know. It's so maybe send like short clips of videos or podcasts about food and like how you need it and how it can truly like the real food can heal your body if you give your body what it needs and switch the mindset from I don't know if she's um just focusing on eating like the lowest amount of calories. Just maybe try and help her switch her mindset from lowest amount of calories to real food.
So by simply cutting out the junk and going right to fatty meat, eggs, butter, cream, cheese, and removing the toxic processed foods of plants, she may begin to heal the mind, which will then allow her to see more clearly. Because ultimately, it's just poisoned by plants, but our environment that we all live in, you know, what are the foods in the house, right? And those sort of things. But we've created a world of we're all supposed to look one way, and then the plants, the fake food, or the species non-specific diet that we humans have been taught to eat. Which I mean, you know, look at this is fatty, rare to raw meat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You know, this is actually medicine for all disease. And last I looked, anorexia is just another human disease, right? Right down the list.
Yeah.
And eating fatty, raw to rare meat is like, oh, masterful. But find an example because it's hard to change any of us, right? From the outside. We must find change on the inside. So watching Lexi's stuff would be really great. Your story is powerful and important.
Thank you.
Here's another question I'm trying to decipher. Sun. Okay. How do you react to sunlight? Easy sunburn? Do you use tallow sunscreen with nano zinc oxide? Do you get skin moles from sunlight? I'm curious who that question is for.
Lexi, what's your experience with sunlight?
First thing in the morning, I go out and get sun like that's a non-negotiable to me. Within like the first 30 minutes of waking up, I go outside, rain or shine, and then I never wear sunscreen. I don't burn though, so I just never wear it.
And now that I used to be outside all the time and never sunburned when I was your age. I was very dark, olive skin. And as I aged, and remember, plants make your skin photosensitive. So burning and rashes and other damage can be very common. So getting rid of the plants, which sensitize the skin to sunlight, then focusing on bacon, eggs, butter, beef, salt, then you'll have less to no sensitivity of the sun. You can get out there.
Right.
But it isn't normal just notice the world of animals. How many of them going out and sunbathing at 110 degrees? They're searching out shade. It's not
That's right.
normal to go lay in the sun unless you're a seal or a walrus or a penguin on the shores, right?
That's true. I used to sunburn and I don't anymore. I noticed that very rapidly from switching to a carnivore diet that I no longer sunburned. Okay, I think we handled all the questions. Unless anyone else has any questions.
Always some comments out here. Lots of us, again, sunburn as children all the time, some as children, but again, I was outdoors all the time. There was no indoors. Like,
I
did
love
not
that.
want to do it. Couldn't sit still.
Yeah, that's right.
And sharing, here's a good one. So sharing with your docs, talk about carnivore, talk about keto, talk about why eating like this beautiful meat is so amazing. And again, it's food freedom and who's addicted to ribeye steak? Kilts. And wherever I
It's true,
go,
I've
I want to
seen
see
it.
the meat. I want to see the meat before they cook it. If they cook it, I make sure it's black and blue. I get tartar all the time. I think that's real important for all of us. Any tips for fasting? Again, a lot of it is salt. Raymond Nason, SBG, Steak and Butter Gang, join with Bella, Max, and the whole amazing group community. Community is critical in all of this, by the way. That's why human beings are sort of like, we're a little like pack animals. We love our communities. Not too big, though. Not too big. But I claim it. I claim it. Claim what you wish to be as if it is, and it shall be that or better. Do you have any spiritual practices, favorite books, Lexi? Inspiring stories?
My favorite book, it's the Bible. Yes, I grew up in a very religious household, so I am very faithful, and I wouldn't be healed without Jesus. So
Faith in God and Jesus Christ is the master lion. He's the Lion King. 11 months carnivore. I'm pretty much only satisfied with raw fatty beef and salt. 1 to 2 butter beef, babe. That's it. I'm telling you, fatty, raw. I say rare to raw because at least gets people in rare. Black and blue is what I love. And it is simplicity. All I need is fatty meat. All I need to eat. I dry age it. I cut it, salt it, eat it. Salt's not required, but I think it is helpful. I think it's good for us. We searched out the salt mines. What are your thoughts on carnivore and heart disease? It's the best thing you can do. Heart disease is caused by a plant protein, low-fat diet. That's it. Ever notice that fat doesn't mold, butter doesn't mold? Gee, crazy, right?
Very crazy. I keep the butter out all the time. My husband's like, put it in the fridge. I'm like, it doesn't matter.
I like cold
Cam's
butter.
dead. Oh, okay. There you go then. Then in the
Butters.
fridge.
I love cold butter. That's why I keep in the fridge.
Yeah, it is good. Cam's dad, thoughts on eating your last meal 2 to 4 p.m. as opposed to 6. Some experts believe it more closely follows ancestors.
I have no look at your brain is like, wait a minute, you ate too early, you ate too late. I think we think too much. Why do we need an expert? Eat when you want. I don't care. I personally like to save my beautiful meal for the night. After you eat, you get tired, rest and digest. The best time to digest food is when you're sleeping. This idea your meal should be in the morning doesn't make any sense. You got to go hunting. You didn't wake up and have food right there. What, a hunter showed up in the morning and brought you your food? Hunting is a day job, all day job, and eating is a nighttime job, in my opinion.
There you go.
And we're waiting for someone else to be the expert. Be your own expert, by the way.
Yes, exactly. Marcy says, I always have a dish of butter on the counter. Quick dip for pork rinds.
Yeah,
There you go.
I'm not a, well, pork rinds are okay. I just go right for the
They're-
raw meat. I go with the raw meat. Just the raw meat is what I love to eat. It's so good. And I go for the fattiest part because you want to get the fat. Fat is where it's at. Without the fat, that's why, again, fat is the critical, most important cells in your body.
I
Without it, we're
believe it.
dead.
It tastes the best. What do you think? Do you think the fat tastes the best, Lexi?
I do. I do. I think it's the best. It's my favorite part.
Rare to raw.
And they lied, saying it was so bad for us, and yet it's the most delicious.
Right.
And it's actually, you're right, because the single leading problem is a low-fat diet. Think about it. Fruits, fiber, vegetables, seeds, nuts, chicken, fish, and turkey, there's no fat. And beef, they've already cut all the fat away and they raise the animals no fat. So it's a low-fat diet that's the biggest killer. And eating fat suppresses inflammation, suppresses cancer, heart disease, anorexia, depression, anxiety, every disease we have. When was the last time you heard of someone allergic to ribeye steak?
Never.
Never.
Okay, next question. Let's see. Do we have any more? I think we're done with the questions. I'm going to tell everybody you got 1 second to do hashtag KMT if you haven't already done it.
Remind everyone about the animal movie. Remind everyone about sharing Lexi's podcasts with your family, your friends, anyone, because the suffering in this world is there, and we can help strengthen everyone with the stories. Biblical stories are really the foundation of humanity in our lives, and teaching each and every one of us that through these stories, your story matters. And please share your stories on Kilt's Mighty Tribe, drkilts.com. Your stories are critical for true healing. It's the Bible is our human stories, and true to true, it's kind of what we use to strengthen us every single day. More so than Scientific America. Did some doctor pull you aside, Lexi, and say, Lexi, you need to do carnivore diet and get rid of the plants, it'll make you healthy?
Absolutely not.
Oh, man.
Yeah, let's see. Janet Lono. Next time I get shamed eating meat, I got to tell them to watch animals. I just tell people that when they say eating meat's bad, I say, you're right. It's terrible for you. Because now I control my life and I'm not blaming it on you anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I just say, yes, you're right. That's the best thing to do. Hit the button, Alia.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, I hit the button. Oh, okay, yeah, it's there. And the winner is Carnivorous Dude. Hey, cool.
All right,
Email me your address again, and I will send it to you. Good job, Eddie.
Alia at
Woo-hoo!
drkilts.com. Alia, if you guys have questions, comments, would like to be on the show.
Oh, always.
Alia at drkilts.com. The best place to be in the morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Time, USA, 3 a.m. in Scottsdale, Arizona today. But I'm up early anyway.
Oh, wow.
I am grateful for the likes, subscribes, the shares. Animal, we got Healing Humanity coming out hopefully later this year, next year. That's going to be another rocket. So don't forget to go to healinghumanity.life.movie and donate to help be part of the master message, which is kind of going to be like the Carnivore Bible, basically. Yeah.
There we go.
All right, all.
Thank
Have
you
an
so much,
awesome,
Lexi.
amazing day, Lexi. God
Yeah.
bless you. Thanks
you.
for what you do. Have we done a carnivore conversations?
I will arrange that.
We get all those arranged with everyone that's on this, please.
Yes.
Please, Ali. And
yes.
I'm grateful to
Yes, yes.
Alia for all the amazing work she's doing. So thank you. And God bless everyone. I'll probably see you tomorrow morning. Probably.
I'll probably see you tomorrow morning too. Okay.
All right.
I will for sure see you tomorrow morning. Bye, Lexi.
Love you all.
Bye,
God bless
everybody.
you.
Yeah.